All right, 2031 season preview time. Orioles predicted to win 106 games and win the East by 21 games. We're predicted to score 859 runs. Only two other teams are predicted to score over 800 runs in the AL, and we're at 859. On the NL side, I bet the Rockies are ahead of that. The Rockies are predict to score 1,026 runs. Other than that, like three teams over 800. And then 617 runs against with a 3.54 ERA. One of only four teams in the AL predicted to have an ERA below 3 in the next or below 4, and the next best is 3.90. Which interesting is we don't have a single starter listed in the top starters here. So yeah, but hey, I guess we're predicted to be pretty good though. And on the hitter side, you can see Maldonado and Armendaris both predicted to be top hitters in the American League, and obviously probably all of Major League Baseball. And let's see, Chicago and the Angels predicted to win their divisions to round out the AL. On the NL side of things, we're looking at Miami. Okay, weird. But a pretty tight race here, Miami and the Mets, and then tight race for mediocrity there in the rest of the division. And then Pirates and Brewers expected to be strong again. Cubs falling off some. And then Rockies predicted to win the West again. Dodgers again, bottom feeders after their dominant run. But no, it's this would be 2 or 3 straight seasons towards the bottom of the league. And so let's get straight to it. Let's go to the roster and transactions. I don't think I'm starting with anybody on the IL. I'm not on the Major League team. And as somebody pointed out, I think it was JP in the comments said I didn't point out that my trainer retired, which he did after that terrible season. I brought in Scott Behringer, who is not rated quite as high as Ebel, my last trainer. I wish he was a bit better at preventing arm injuries, but I can live with that. He's been with the Brewers and the Mariners previously in the sim, so we'll see how he does. Sign him to a 3-year deal. Here he is. And let's go ahead and go. Let's start with the pitching rotation. You can see the rotation is Patino, Schilt, Corrales, Aguilar, and Donovan. Aguilar, I did complete that trade that I showed you in my last video, the winter meetings video. I got a minor league closer or reliever who doesn't really look like he's much, but I got him thrown in, as well as $1,069. And of course, I traded Delgado, who I think is probably going to be awesome in a hitter's park or a pitcher's park. Those fly balls won't hurt him as much, and he's got amazing stuff, amazing pitches. I think he'll have a great year. But last year of team control, so I think he'll be back on the market. And then, of course, the very good pitching prospect, Kelvin Aponte. They have him slated to start at high A. We'll see how he does. He's had 2 bad seasons at rookie ball. And then Jerry Gomez, who has been a very good slugging outfielder in the minors for me, but he might be a corner outfielder for them at some point. We'll see. So that trade was completed. He might be my best starter. He might be my 4th best. We'll see. And then Steve Donovan and Dave Correa, or Correa, I guess, battled it out for the 5th spot. Donovan got it. Donovan was, at one point, remember I said I had a lot of prospects, but not enough pitching prospects towards the top of my minor leagues, and I made some trades the last couple of seasons. Donovan was one of those guys. I got him from Texas. He was their 2nd-round pick in 2026, has been a top 100 prospect off and on, and I traded 2 minor leaguers who Martis is starting the year AAA for Texas and AA for Beeman. That was last offseason, 2029. I completed that trade, and then he was up for me some last year. He pitched 45 innings, but was also very good in Norfolk, so he'll get first crack at that. McKinley Moore will be in a stopper role, like a multi-inning closer, basically. Klaus is back. Araujo is back. Andrews is back. Feltman is back. Meek is back. Anchetta is the free agent signing, international free agent, brought in on a 2-year deal. And then Dave Correa, of course, I brought in from the Brewers last year, gave up a couple pretty good outfield prospects for him, but I think he could be a really good pitcher for me. These are his ratings as reliever. His stuff isn't quite as high as a starter, but his movement is, which is crucial. He pitched 60 innings in AAA for me last year and put up 1 WAR. He was great for the Padres out of their bullpen before the trade. He put up a 1.88 ERA, 1 WAR, 2.4 FIP in 28 2/3 innings. Control is a little worrisome. Other than that, man, I think he's going to be really good. He had a rough spring, so I'm starting him in the long man role. He is 27, so he's a little older for a prospect. That's because he was drafted in 2025 out of college, I guess, JUCO. So, yeah, he's a little older, but we've got him cheap, and he's got 2 option years left, so he'll be around for a bit, hoping that he can maybe spend a couple of years in my rotation as well. Lineup side of things, no big surprises. Catching tandem is the same as last year. I did try to replace Luis Trujillo. Ooh, his catcher ability dropped recently. When did that happen? March, so like the other day. So it went from his defensive rating at catcher dropped from 65 to 60. But this catcher ability went down too. That's no good. So I did try to bring in a guy who's like a 70 or 75. There are very few of them in the majors in the game, and I just wasn't able to bring one in. Given this, I don't know. We'll see. I was already kind of lukewarm on him, but Victor Trujillo will hopefully be better than last year. He's great defensively, at least. And then Armendaris, Garcia, Sabato, Henderson, same infield as last year. Outfield, Ortega steps in to replace Carlson. Ortega, the number 12 prospect in baseball. Look at this stud. 25th overall pick in 2026. He'll play left field, where he should be a Gold Glover. I honestly might send him down for the first 2 to 3 weeks to manipulate his service time so I get an extra year of team control. But I have him on the opening day roster so I could see what my roster looks like with him in the season prediction. So, and then Sanchez back in center field. He'll share a lot of time with Williams. They're both very good defensive guys. Neither is great with the bat, but Sanchez is younger and a bit better of a fielder. Weinberger, the slugging right fielder, back again, following up on his 40 home run campaign last year. And then the legend, Bob Maldonado. Of course, we all know Bob here looking to win more batting titles. I don't know if I covered that he won the AL MVP last year. I think, didn't he? Yeah, 2030 AL MVP award. And Armendaris was second in that. Armendaris also won Rookie of the Year. Sorry, sometimes I don't do a great job of updating on awards. I don't remember if I did that or not. And I don't think he signed it yet, but I offered a minor league contract to Asa Lacy because he's just still sitting out there. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have him pitching like rookie ball or something for me. Poor guy. And so then the farm system still looking good, but it does not have the amazing depth I've had before. So third, I've got 6 top 100 prospects. Concepcion is my next great outfielder coming. He has not hit well the last 2 years in the minors, but my scout and OSA still think the world of him. Ortega, of course, he'll lose eligibility this year. Maestas is the next Bob Maldonado, just a guy who can't play the field but absolutely mashes. He's just 18, so he'll spend his first year in rookie ball this year. Sandoval will be an important piece moving forward. I'll get to why in a second just because of free agents I have. He'll start the year at AAA, I think. I haven't set up my minors yet, but he's looking like a legit player, a 5th-round pick from 2026 and number 84 prospect in baseball. Caldera is a pitching prospect. Looks like my top pitching prospect right now. He'll probably start the year in AAA. Jeff O'Brien, my first-round pick from 2027, another outfielder who looks like he can hit really well without power and field well. So that rounds out the top 100, and then, a bunch of other guys who will hopefully be useful. The rest of the 40-man guys who will probably be up this year. Gomez probably won't be up this year. That was a Rule 5 protection thing. Groves and Martin. Groves was a 4th-round pick, I think. 3rd-round pick in 2025. They'll both spend time on the roster, I bet, as I need a fresh arm here and there. Sacco Voogd was my international free agent signing from 2024. Another guy who will probably spend time on the roster. Pitch some innings out of the bullpen. Gil Brents, we'll see. Let's see. Jerry Glidden was very good in AAA last year. He could spend some time on the roster. The rest of these guys. Soto is in AAA after he was my starting third baseman, put up like 4 WAR 2 years ago, but it's fallen off. Sandoval we already talked about. Holloway is my backup outfielder. So this is a big year for us in that we have a lot of decisions to make with the roster. Look at all these free agents. Basically, almost my entire infield except Armendaris are free agents after this year. Henderson, Sabato, and Luis Garcia, my second baseman, third baseman, and shortstop, all free agents. We'll see what happens. They're all, Garcia's 30, Sabato's 31, Henderson's 29. I could see signing Henderson for a couple more years and putting him at second base or something, but all of them want absurd money. Both these guys want like 8 years and like $25 million. McKinley Moore, my best bullpen arm, also free agent after the year. So that's why a guy like Sandoval would be important to have him develop this year, so maybe he can plug into one of those infield holes next year. So yeah, that's the team, looking, to have another great regular season and then roll the dice in the postseason again. And hopefully 31-year-old Luis Patino can continue his dominant Oriole ways, and we'll see what like Schilt and Aguilar and some of these younger arms do. And I'll be back with an update for y'all at some point.